Donc bonjour à tous les amis et bienvenue, donc c'est une blague, j'espère que vous avez passé une bonne semaine, un bon week-end, pardon. Donc on commence en ce lundi avec une vidéo sur The Council. Il y a marqué 9 points face à face. 9, ça doit être le chapitre, parce qu'il n'y a que 5 épisodes, mais en fait le truc c'est qu'avec ce jeu on sait jamais où est-ce qu'on en est vraiment en fait. Marqué bureau de Mortimer. En fait, on a dû lui parler juste avant de s'arrêter. Et je crois que dans la vidéo précédente, j'avais eu un souci avec mon micro qui fait que tout ce que j'avais... en fait, je parlais dans le vent, simplement. Et un truc désagréable aussi avec ce jeu, c'est que ça saute. Je sais pas si ça se voit dans la vidéo. En tout cas, là, ça me le fait pas sur le jeu. Ça me le fait sur la caméra. Voilà. Mais la caméra, vous me direz, on s'en fout un peu. Alors, qu'est-ce que tu veux, toi?
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Ah, humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
Ouais. Ah, putain, comment il bug, regardez. Ah, c'est pas normal. Mais regardez, il arrête pas de bugger. What? Et là, c'est pas mon ordi, hein. Alors. Je vais mettre celui-là.
Tell me, my lord, can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply unable to put things into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself. Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew noticeable.
Tu ne réponds pas à la question.
Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. I wanted to thank you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice, and it gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
On va perdre. Ah d'accord, le défaitiste. Ah, ça se fait trop pas, ça.
What is at stake is worth it, my lord. Now, I won't hide from you the fact that I have no idea by what miracle we could ever get a unanimous vote.
Trust me, Louis. We still have a few more cards to play. You'll see. Anything can happen in politics.
I'll see you later, my lord.
Tu m'étonnes. Bon, on a fait le tour avec ce vieux con qui arrêtait pas de bugger pendant le dialogue. Ah, par contre, son piaf, on l'a tué, mais je crois pas qu'il en ait quelque chose à foutre. Pour un jeu qui est censé avoir des répercussions sur vos choix, enfin selon vos choix, il n'y a pas eu de répercussions là. Hein. Quelqu'un qui a pas ramassé sa serviette. Hein. Alors, retournez dans votre chambre. Ah d'accord. Pourquoi j'ai l'impression que cet objectif il revient à chaque fois? Ah, il y a une embrouille.
Remember to close my window once you've done my room. This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Of course, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Good. Proceed.
Yes, sir.
Proceed. Proceed. Putain, comment il... Oh là là. On dirait le niveau 6ème.
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Louis, once again, bravo for what you did. If it weren't for you, Peru would have blown his brains out. You've got courage. I like this. We just lost
Putain.
the vote for the next conference, and we already had fewer votes than Holm. I must absolutely find a solution.
Non, ça se fait pas, non.
Yes, yes indeed. But I believe if Lord Mortimer is still confident, it's because he still has a few cards up his sleeve.
I hope so. I sincerely hope so. Unfortunately, that vote of Godot you acquired is probably not going to suffice.
Well, it's
Et
still more than what
unfortunately,
you've done, isn't
ta gueule.
it?
I see you have a short fuse, monsieur. As someone who just started a war with Spain, if I were you, I wouldn't get on my high horse so quickly. In short, we haven't a minute to lose. I'll leave you now.
Just a minute. What did Duchess Hillsborough propose last night?
Oh, nothing worth worrying about. The pretty little pudding eater found no better tactic than to threaten me. She would have been better off sliding into my bed. At least we wouldn't have wasted part of the night talking for nothing.
La ferme Gros Port. Ah. D'accord.
Shut up, or I will not hesitate to make you eat your words.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better. If you don't want your foes to use them against you. In our profession, it's dangerous to show any vulnerability. Anyway, don't worry about last night. The discussion between the Duchess and myself was
Oui, bah, on a compris ça.
and conducted with only the most honorable intentions. Now, Louis, time is running short, and as I said, I'm in a hurry. I have to go now. I will see you later.
Ah, j'en peux plus d'entendre sa langue. Son accent à la con, surtout. Dans le genre, je détruis l'anglais. Je crois que lui, c'est le meilleur.
But you cannot go through. We have very
Ah,
clear
d'accord.
instructions from Lord Mortimer. Monsieur Pérou must rest.
Oh, mais ça va. Il s'est téléporté, le mec. Moi, c'était juste pour voir si on pouvait lui parler. Hein. Ah, attendez, c'était la chambre de la duchesse. Désolé pour la cam qui se floute, mais ça va revenir. Hein.
No answer.
Insistez, je suis un gros lourd. Yep.
Nothing.
Oh, allez, ça va. Parce que toutes les nuits, elle est pas dans sa chambre. À se demander ce qu'elle fait. Je crois qu'elle fait toutes les chambres du château. Une par une.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me.
J'avoue.
What now?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly. You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Oh non, retrouver Emily. C'est pour ça qu'il y avait personne dans sa chambre. Je vous l'avais dit, elle fait que des trucs bizarres la nuit. Bref, je sais pas par où elle est allée, hein, par contre. Hein. Elle a dû descendre, non? Ah, on peut pas y aller. Intéressant. Volner, qu'est-ce qu'elle foutrait dans sa chambre?
What do you want from me, de Richet? Get on with it. I'm busy.
I wanted to speak to you about the conference.
Listen, you chose your side. You had every possible reason to make the right choice, but you preferred to commit yourself to Mortimer. Good luck, because it's a lost battle. The subject is closed.
What a tragedy about Mr. Paré.
Are you joking? That bonehead had it coming to him.
Ouh là là.
How can you say that?
Ever since I found out that footprints incriminating him were found next to Elizabeth's body, you can be sure that given the opportunity, I would have put a bullet in his mouth myself.
Ah d'accord.
Excuse me, this is the wrong room.
Ouais, il est un peu violent lui. Hein. En tout cas, Emily n'est pas là. C'est que là, j'ai fait tout le tour. Donc elle est où? Alors Jacques Perrault, on peut pas rentrer. Ah, Napoléon, j'ai pas fait. M'étonnerait qu'elle soit chez lui.
Bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Alors, Monsieur Bonaparte, j'ai découvert une immunité. Ah, je crois que j'ai trouvé.
The key is still in the lock on the other side.
Ah.
That means I won't be able to pick it. Or I could do as I did the last time in the tower room. I wonder if I can get the key by pushing something underneath and making it fall. Slowly, Louis. Nice and slow.
Yes, je peux crocheter. Parfait. Alors, on va fouiller partout maintenant.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer. Amber. French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
Tout ce qu'il y avait à voir. Alors, elle est pas sur les balcons. Hein. Ah, sinon on la verrait en face aussi. Oh. Bon bah y a rien dans sa chambre. J'aurais essayé. Ah, on entend des voix là. Ah mais elle était dans sa chambre. C'était trop facile alors. Mais attendez, elle répondait pas tout à l'heure. En fait, elle fait exprès de pas répondre, d'accord. Oh merde, je l'ai pas.
Impossible. I can't do it. There's something blocking it on the other side. I've got to find another way in.
Le fouille merde.
I can't understand what she's saying.
Ok, je sais peut-être comment rentrer. Vu que tu fais chier. C'est qui son voisin là? Shit. Alors. Truc à faire ici, je pense. Ah, ça race. Ah, yes! Je crois que je l'ai eu. Ha ha!
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this. What are you on about now?
Oh wesh! Elle a un gun!
A letter from William the Younger addressed to Emily.
I'm not that
Present
naive.
Prime Minister of the United
inside
Kingdom.
out. Stop.
Emily has indeed
We'll
some
end up
powerful
losing
backers.
everything.
Queen Charlotte from William Pitt the Elder addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention.
Un comte de Chatham, carrément. Ah d'accord. Elle menace qui avec son arme en fait?
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk after everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma.
C'est quoi ce bordel?
Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you.
Vous êtes
I
des
can no
clones?
longer reason with her. I am
des clones?
Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I asked for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch. How dare you? Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma.
C'est trop bizarre.
Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well,
Ah, comment c'est fait exprès? En fait, elle vous donne son arme exprès pour que vous dites que c'est la vraie, mais c'est pas la vraie.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart?
Vous posez des questions que...
I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
La jumelle d'en face.
You gave me something. I wasn't feeling very well, and you gave me something. What was it?
My handkerchief. And you even kept it. It was stained with your blood. Louis, I already told her. This is all a waste of time. I'm the one who told you.
Right. Let's
Ah, mais...
something else.
Quoi? Elle lui a raconté?
Yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Nous sommes-nous parlé... Comment on fait pour retourner en arrière, là? Parce que... Ah, on peut pas. D'accord, super.
Before going to bed, I went for a stroll. Did we speak to each other during that stroll?
You must be mistaken. After going up to bed, I went straight to sleep. But she knows all that, Louis. I already told her. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
Mais comment c'est grillé que c'est celle de derrière? Mais j'ai même pas besoin de faire le questionnaire à la limite.
Secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other.
Ah oui, oui.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Super, j'ai rien. Vous savez quoi, on va utiliser le truc là. Ouais.
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What did we find in that room?
A load of old junk that Mortimer had collected. A so-called Pandora's box in the form of an urn, an old sheepskin that he must take for the golden fleece, the Bible of Judas, property deeds as old as the hills, and a broken old sword. You are wasting your time, Louis. She already knows all that. Of course I do. I was there. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing.
Mais aussi, pourquoi tu lui as raconté ta vie? Sérieux?
Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well, let's talk about us.
Ouais, mais c'est chiant, sérieux.
Describe last night, please.
Louis, it's embarrassing. You know full well what I did last night.
I want to hear you say it.
We spent it together, of course. What? I came to your room after the conference, and excuse me if I don't go into the details, but I was mightily impressed. What did you do? Look how you are reacting, Emma. It's not surprising I didn't tell you about my night with Louis. You slut!
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Ouais. Non, mais c'est celle d'en face, et je l'ai grillée dès le début. Moi, j'ai même pas besoin d'un questionnaire. En fait, j'ai tellement eu ce truc à faire. Vous avez remarqué, vous avez ça à faire dans tous les jeux, presque. À chaque fois, il y a la même personne, vous devez la différencier, là. Et à chaque fois, c'est celle qui retourne la sauce qui est la fausse. Hein. Donc celle qui est à côté, depuis le début, elle fait trop la meuf, tu sais, pour que justement vous portiez sur elle. Mais faut faire le contraire à chaque fois. Et en plus là, elle vient de se griller parce que, en fait, elle est entrée dans la chambre de Louis. Et en fait, ce con, il croyait le faire avec Emily, sauf qu'il l'a fait avec sa sœur. C'est con, hein. Donc voilà, elle c'est la fausse et la vraie est en face de moi.
It's you, Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
No, Emma. It's her. I know it.
Non mais
Despite all the
j'ai
trouble
grillé.
you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
J'ai grillé dès le
That's
début.
enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never! I am Duchess Hills. No!
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But
You don't. Dear God, what have I done? See what you've done. See?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away.
Et là on s'est trompé.
You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess, is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle foutait là, la daronne?
I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please, go. I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
Eh mais...
God damn it. Now what's going on?
Ah d'accord. Bon bah, on la laisse dans la merde. Et je pense qu'on s'est pas trompé, ça va. Oh what? Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fout là, lui? C'est Volner. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fout là? Oh, l'Autrichien, là. T'as trop bu ou t'es mort? Bon bah... On va passer par sa chambre. Voir ce qui s'est passé. Ah merde, c'est celle de Napoléon, ça. Mais attendez, qu'est-ce qu'il fout par terre sur le... Bon, il est vraiment bizarre, ce type, hein.
Good God. They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer? Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Moi, je veux juste descendre, hein.
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms.
I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Bon, bah moi je vais au jardin. Regagnez vos chambres, pas du tout. Je crois que c'est de l'autre côté. C'est là. Ça, je sais à peu près me repérer maintenant dans le manoir. Avant, je me perdais tout seul dedans. Ah oui, mais elle est au milieu, la crypte. Je suis con. Putain, mais ça me saoule, les labyrinthes. Ah, on y est presque. Allez, on descend. Elle va peut-être nous dire qu'est-ce qu'elle foutait dans la chambre.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You are the one who should trust me.
D'accord.
Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
C'est quoi les Daemons?
Listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And two
Wow,
of
on
them
aura
are
tout entendu.
present on this island.
Right. So let me guess. Don't tell me. It isn't Volner and Duke Manuel, is it?
Don't talk nonsense. Both of those poor souls are mere pawns in the hands of the real players.
I was answering at random, Mother.
Do you really believe that I'm joking here? Many years ago,
Ah, la gifle de
well
cow-boy.
before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those two.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
I came across his family tree in his study.
An only son.
Since the Third Crusade.
The fall of St. John of Acre, Louis. The fall of St. John of Acre.
Our mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
Those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes, written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
Ah, j'avais pas le truc pour l'ouvrir de toute façon.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone
Et le
else.
surnaturel qui se pointe dans le jeu.
Found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Wait a minute, who are you talking about? Von Borchardt?
No, Mortimer, of course. He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't
Et
think
comment t'as
so.
perdu ta main?
But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchardt's trail here. I
C'est
didn't
complexe,
think he would lead
leur
me
histoire.
straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island.
Oh, je vais lui parler de quelques trucs, et puis je pense qu'on va s'arrêter.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Ah, ok.
All right, but you're not getting away with it so lightly. Once we get back to Paris, be sure I won't be letting it go.
We'll see in...
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Mother, did you kill her?
Of course not. Don't be stupid.
Je demande,
I
hein.
had no interest in getting rid of her.
That's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
What? Ah, il y a marqué Bethesda. Bethesda. Pour de vrai. Bon bah... Voilà, on a fini. Épisode 3. Il nous en reste 2. Le jeu avance très très lentement. Alors alternative, j'aurais pu être témoin de la résolution de Napoléon, j'aurais pu discuter avec Piagui, j'aurais pu apprendre quelque chose sur Alasif et j'aurais pu passer par la chambre de Jacques Perrou. On s'en fout. J'ai réussi à passer par la chambre de Napoléon, sans laisser de traces. J'ai protégé l'une des 2 jumelles. Du coup, ça me dit pas si on s'est trompé ou pas. Je suis allé voir l'attroupement devant la chambre de Lady. Ok.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found it.
Oh, non merci. Ça va avoir besoin de plusieurs clés. Ça promet. Bon, bah dans la prochaine vidéo, on va devoir faire de la chasse aux clés alors. Ça veut dire. Donc n'hésitez pas à me jeter un petit à cause abos si c'est pas déjà fait. Et puis, moi je vous retrouve demain pour une vidéo sur RIM. Donc salut les gens.